And on this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make felt lavender. And also, you can use the same idea to make something that kind of resembles wisteria. So, as you're hopping on, say hello, let me know where you're watching from, feel free to sprinkle all that good stuff. You might notice that I'm at a brand new angle. I have not done this before, but I want you to be able to see my hands more importantly than my face. Anyways, and it may make it a little more challenging for me to see your comments live, but let's just do the best we can. I'm going to learn and see if this works better. Okay, so we're going to be making loopy lavender using felt, and there's a lot of options. You can get these squares of felt in a lot of different colors of purple, and I love this green, at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's, Walmart. You can also get this kind of felt at Dollar Tree for $1.25. So this is just fine for this project. It's a little bit thinner than this, but it's just fine. Okay, so those are some options. Also, you have some options for what you're going to build it on. These I have built on these like fabric wrapped floral wires. I've had them forever. I honestly cannot remember where they came from. I'm sorry. You can also build them on floral or chenille stems. Love this color. Or you can do them on dowels, and that's what we're doing today, just to do something different. Or you can do them and then hang them on a piece of jute. Okay, so let's jump right in, and let me put these to the side. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is get your felt ready to go. And what you're going to want are some strips, some long strips that are pretty much the length of your fabric, your felt, if you do the rectangles. And you're going to want them to be between 1.5 and maybe 2.25, 2.5 inches wide. The wider they are, the bigger the loops will be. Like this was one that I made with really wide loops. These were smaller. So that's the first thing you want to do, is get your fabric ready to go, and then you're going to create a tube. Okay, I'm using a low temperature hot gluing device today. It's my Surebonder Cool Shot Mini super low temperature hot gluing device. You can find these everywhere. Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Walmart, Crafts. And you're going to put a bead of glue and then just fold your felt over into it and press it down. And I'll show you why I call this a tube in just a second. Each one of these probably takes 2 whole tubes, or possibly 3 depending on how tight you wrap it. Okay, so this is the tube, and you can see that there's a hole in the center. It's just folded over on itself and then glued on the edge that was cut. And then the next thing you're going to want to do, and I recommend you do this in front of the TV watching a good movie with a cup of tea, a glass of wine, a Diet Coke, whatever you like, because this is boring to do just by itself. But you're going to start cutting some little cuts into your felt over the loopy part. Can you see that? How that is? You can do them as far apart or as close together as you want. This really is easier to do when you're sitting down. And the good thing about gluing your tubes together first is that the area of hot glue is kind of hard, and it keeps your scissor from cutting all the way through. So you would just continue doing this. Let's see, what have I got? prepared here. Yeah, you would continue all the way to the end, okay? So then we're gonna build today on dowels. But like I said at the beginning of the video, you could do these chenille stems, you could do these fabric wrapped floral wire, I guess is what that's called. It's totally up to you. Okay, before I came live, I started working on this Crafter Square Dollar Tree, and I have one that is all ready to go. We're gonna finish this tube, and then we'll get started. And don't worry if, like, you didn't glue straight, because I don't glue straight very often. It doesn't matter. We're gonna be kind of twirling it, so you won't see that. Alrighty, I see lots of people on there. As soon as I'm finished, I will sit down and read all of your comments, answer your questions. This felt here that I'm using right here is Crafter Square. It's from Dollar Tree. It comes in a package that looks like this. I just bought it today, $1.25. Otherwise, these pieces that you can buy in the craft section at most craft stores, they're around between 20 and 50 cents a piece. So felt is not expensive to craft with at all. Okay, I'm almost there. Almost there. Ooh, I almost cut that all the way through. Pay attention, Heidi. Okay, tell me in the comments, do you guys like this angle? Because I'm trying to figure it out for the videos where I want you to be more on my hands, be able to see it. Does it look crooked? Is it easy to see or easier to see than how I normally film? Tell me your thoughts. Okay, the first thing you want to do is you want to glue your tube, your loopy, I call these loopy flowers, and there's a lot of different things that you can do with this. You're going to want to cover up the very end of your, whether it's a dowel or whether it's a chenille stem, whatever you're building your flowers on. And I just started by gluing it on here, and then I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here, and I'm going to twirl a couple of times at the very top to make sure I get that covered so you don't see this. All right, and then let me see what's going to be the easiest way to hold this. And then we're just going to start rolling and sort of pulling the tube down. So it's gluing down just right below the row where it was before. Which, this is hard for me. I will get the hang of it. Here's what I typically say when somebody asks me if I want to learn how to do something or change something about what I'm doing. I usually say no. I don't want to learn any more technology. My brain is full enough with technological stuff. But this I did want to figure out because I'm going to do a ton of flowers over the next few months, and I want you to be able to see well. I do think I'm going to have to get a different little tripod and ring light here because when you bend them, they kind of become sort of wobbly. Donna, come on back later when you're not at work. Okay, so let's keep going. See how easy this is? It's just twirling it and gluing it onto the dowel. And it's exactly the same, whether you're doing it on a chenille stem or one of these floral wires. let's keep going. One thing I do kind of like about this dowel is that it's a little bit stiffer. Well, it's a lot stiffer. Okay, so this is the second piece, and this is that crafter square, thinner felt, but it works just fine. Let's see. Just figuring out where to start. You don't want there to be bare spots like I kind of have right there where you can see your dowel. All right, so let's keep going. We may not use all of this because I want to show you how the easiest way to do the greenery on these. And then I'll show you an example of a more complicated way, which was this. These leaves are spiky. It's the same process though, basically. But we're gonna do easy, which is another tube. I guess we might as well do the whole thing. What the heck? So how is everyone doing today? If you're watching this live, it's Friday. Yay. I had no idea you whirled the felt around the dowel. Yeah, and it's so easy. Oh my goodness. This is so super easy. I think I'll show you another style of flowers since I have one of these tubes all cut and ready to go. Just for fun when we're done with this. Okay, so we're going to continue on down to the very bottom, the last little bit. You definitely need low temperature hot glue for this project. Don't risk it. It's not worth it. Okay. So here's one. Then I'm just going to take, and I'm only going to use part of this tube. And how I want to get this started. It's always a little bit of a challenge mentally to start or stop. I think I am liking how much stiffer the dowel is than using the chenille stems or the floral wire. I really do. Okay, I'm just going to do just a little bit further. And maybe I should have made the purple part shorter. But, okay. Let's just snip right here. Glue that on. That is it. I mean, it is so seriously easy. So, I'm just looking to see what do I have that I could use. All right, we'll do these again soon too. These are coffee filter hydrangeas. I had a couple people asking me for those yesterday. Okay, and this is just a, I don't know, pickle jar or something that has kind of the look of that hobsnail. And so you could do any kind of arrangement really that you wanted in here. These are going to be way too tall. But, okay. So now I want to show you, and this one I'll finish up off camera. Well, let's see how much we get done. Okay, now I want to show you how to do another style of flower, which is also made with this loopy thing. I'm just going to get a square. All right. And then what you're going to do is you're going to basically just start to roll it on itself without getting your fingers in the glue too much. That's the most challenging part, getting it started. Let me clip off this hot glue mess. And I've done this style flower with all kinds of different fabric, with painter's drop cloth, with canvas duck, with printed fabrics. So you can do this, and this is a very small tube. Probably I would have been happier with a little bit wider tube. Maybe we'll swap in just a second. And you're just rolling it onto itself, which is easier when your tube is not so small. Okay, let's say that that's our center, and I'm going to snip this off. And then I'm going to make it much easier. We're going to use this darker purple. And I've already made the tube here. I have already cut the little slits. And you'll see how much easier it is to roll it into itself. Ow. Once you get it going with a bigger piece of felt, a wider piece of felt. What do you guys think? Hi Betty, hey Beverly. So you just keep adding more glue and keep rolling it onto itself. We'll do just a little bit further. And however long you keep rolling is basically going to be how big your flower is. Let's do just a teeny bit more. Okay. This is cute. Okay, and then I'm going to put some glue right here. Put it on a piece of felt. We'll trim it off. And then we could make a couple of leaves. Oh my gosh, I could do flowers all day long, every single day. But I know that would get boring after a while. And where my seam is here, I am going to do a leaf. Possibly should have gone around a little bit more with the darker purple, but you can see this is two different lengths of loopy. So this one was probably more like 2 inches, and this one was probably like 1.5 inches. The tube, like this part. Okay. So this is really little. And then this, for example, is bigger. Hopefully you can see the difference, what I'm talking about. And then you could put it on a magnet. You could just glue it to a project. There's so many cute things that you can do with these. Okay, let's go ahead and finish this one up. What the heck? I don't have a ton more of that purple felt left. So let's do that. Once you get your loops glued and cut, the rest of this goes very quickly. And that's why it's such a good TV project, because you can be doing something entertaining while you are preparing all of that. Did I not cut that? I did not cut that part. Oops. Let's pull it off and start here. So who is motivated to give this a try? This is so easy. It's seriously like one of the easiest kinds of flowers, and these are super easy too. There's also a way that you can twirl these around to make a flower, like this. Let me show you this flower right here. This flower is a burlap, it's called a pulled string burlap flower, but essentially it's the same thing. It's a piece of fabric that's about this wide, and you fold it in half, and then you pull out all the center strings, and then you just start rolling it on itself. We'll do some more burlap, pulled string burlap flowers this spring too. Finish this up real quick, put a little bit of green on it. And I think what makes this interesting is having the different colors of felt. So if you can find, you know, a variety of colors like this, then I think it will be nicer. I'm just going to roll this onto it, and then I'm going to stick it in that little thing. I'm so sorry, I'm getting a phone call. Our dogs are getting haircuts and baths today and getting their nails trimmed, and oh my gosh, this is, I think, the shaggiest we have ever let them get. And so I know they're going to look like completely different animals when we go to pick them up. So I'm not going to be on here too much longer, in case they are ready for me to come get my girls. So what do you think? Do you like it? Tell me in the comments what you think. Did I make it easy enough to understand? I hope I did. Because honestly, it's such an easy craft. So, anyways, well, thank you for joining me. Do a this or a this. That's a heart. Can you see it better there? I know you cannot. Do a thumb or a heart, or say something to me in the comments. I still have people every single day saying, I thought you quit. I haven't seen you in months. I'm like, yeah, I pretty much go live almost every single day. I have not quit, but Facebook has some funny things happening, and I haven't kicked anyone off. You may have accidentally fallen off so that you're not following DIY Dreaming anymore, and so you can go check that if you would like, and then say something to me in the comments. That does kind of seem to help. And if you do this project, I would love to see pictures. You can put them either here in these comments, or you can put them over at Dreamy DIY, which is the group, the free group I set up a few years ago for all of us to share craft ideas and pictures. Okie dokie. Alrighty, have a blessed and wonderful rest of the day, and I will get close-ups. I'm going to do some more, and I'll put them here in these comments, as well as just at DIY Dreaming, and I will see you guys later.